Hey, this is Rick Kasalj, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, I wanted to go through the best lower back pain stretches. And I'll get Donnelly to demonstrate the first one, and then I'll go through things in detail. Good, so the first one ends up being the 90-90 hip flexor stretch. So you're going into a 90-90 position, so the front leg's at 90, looking at the ankle, knee, and the hip. Looking at the back leg, the hip, knee, and the ankle, it ends up being a little bit more than 90, but we're in that, I call this the 90-90 position. Then you're gonna tighten up your abdominal area, you're gonna tighten up your glutes, and then you're gonna bring your hip forward, and you're looking for a stretch in that front of the leg, and it might even be in the front of the hip. So this ends up being an excellent low back pain stretch. The reason why is a lot of times with a lot of sitting, the thigh ends up being tight, the hip flexors end up being tight, and then also the deep hip flexors end up being tight. And this really targets it. And when it comes to the sets, reps, and time, looking at one set, repetitions, 2 repetitions on each side, alternating back and forth, and I'm holding for about 20 seconds. I'm getting a light stretch. Now the next one, so you're going to relax Donnelly, and the next one ends up being 90-90 hip flexor stretch with arm. So we're in the same thing, 90-90 position. We're kneeling on that left knee. So now what she's going to do is bring that right arm overhead. That's going to intensify the stretch, tighten the abdominal area, tighten up the glutes, bring the hips forward, and then that'll end up intensifying the stretch and also focusing on the stretch being a little bit deeper towards that back area and getting those deep hip flexor muscles. Now same thing when it comes to sets, reps, and time. Sets, 1 repetitions, twice on each side, and you're alternating back and forth. And you're looking for a light stretch, holding for 20 seconds, just like the exercise before, the 90-90 hip flexor stretch. Now the third one, we're going to move to the mat, fully to the mat. So you're going to lie down, lie on your back with your knees bent and feet together, knees together, and then you're going to rock the knees side to side. So to about 45 degrees to the other 45 degrees. Now what we're really focusing on is loosening up the hips. A lot of times the hips end up being tight, and that tightness forces the low back to do more of the movement. And what we want to do is loosen up the hips so that it ends up putting less stress on the low back. Now, if you're not feeling much with this, we can separate the feet, about hip width apart, and then you're going to bring the knees side to side, rocking to 45, and then rocking back. And this ends up being like a dynamic stretch. So we're moving to the side, holding for a second or two, and then moving to the other side and going back and forth. And when it comes to sets, reps, and time, what I'd recommend is 1 set, 3 repetitions each way, and then you can end up and the hold, like I said, a second or 2. So I say a second or 2 because I don't want you to jump back and forth. You're coming to a good stop and then moving to the other repetition. And you can progress to 5 repetitions with a 2-second hold, and then you can progress to 10 repetitions each way for a 2-second hold. So there you go. Give those 3 stretches a go. They end up being the best lower back pain stretches. Now, if you're looking for some other tricks and tips when it relates to back pain, what I recommend for you to do is click right here. I got a brand new report called 5 Tricks That Fight Back Pain and Tightness. Just click right here. Let me know where to send the report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you're watching this video on a mobile device or a tablet, head down below into the description and click the first link, which will end up being exercisesforinjuries.com/backs. Let me know where to send that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you got benefit from this video, make sure to like it. If you have a question or comment for me, leave it down below in the comment section. And lastly, hit subscribe before you go so you'll be kept up to date with future pain relieving videos.